Good afternoon and welcome back to Patriot Gym for our second men's semifinal between Chipola College and St. Petersburg College. We'll give you the Indians lineup. Number 1, C.J. Williamson. Number 2, Shamarcus Kelly. He had just missed a triple-double, one block shy of a triple-double, had 16 rebounds and had a tremendous effort. He was the eraser on defense. He scored 14 points in that one. Number 4, Keyshawn Bruton. Number 11, J.J. Miles. And number 26, Brandon Mahan. Number 13, Brandon Mahan, who scored 26 points, grabbed 9 rebounds, had 6 assists in 37 minutes. The Indians knocked off Eastern Florida State 77-65. They had lost by over 30 to the Titans during the regular season, the Eastern Florida State Titans. They'll face a different set of Titans today. St. Petersburg College. Going to be the starting lineups. You have number 00, Glenn Miller. Number 1, Isaiah Hammonds. And number 2, Daniel Melvin. And number 10, Jalen Perry. And number 24 is Aaron Jones. The Titans are coached by the Hall of Famer Ernest Crumbly. They are the defending FCSAA champions. They played for the title twice since the tournament moved here in Ocala in 2014. Done a tremendous job. Could have been 3 times. 2015, they were very close, lost in overtime to Eastern Florida State. So, Chipola, St. Pete, this is their second meeting of the season. 95-68. The game actually took place here in Ocala. It was part of the CF shootout, came the day after Christmas. After 2 days after Thanksgiving. In that ball game, the Indians outscored the Titans 62-39 after halftime. Held a 56-41 rebound edge. Allowed 31% shooting, 21% from beyond the arc. St. Petersburg knocked off Indian River 83-72 in round 1. And again, Chipola won 77-65 over Eastern Florida. We'll give you the starting lineups again. Williamson, Kennedy, Miles, Bruton, and Mahan for Chipola as the pregame festivities continue. Miller, Hammonds, Melvin, Perry, and Jones. For the Titans, we're on the way. Indians win the tap. Winner goes to the title game tomorrow night, 5:30 Eastern Time. There's Bruton, picked up on the switch. There's a three-pointer on the way by Miles. It's good. J.J. Miles buries it. And Chipola draws first blood here. Perry picked up by Miles. Hands to Melvin. Melvin dribbles around. Passes it low, out of bounds. It stays with St. Petersburg. 12 on the shot clock. Two teams also met in the 2014 championship game. First year it was in Ocala. Indians picked up the win. Both Chipola's men and women's teams won Region 8 championships that season. And the Titans, that's going to be a turnover. The ball bounces to Bruton, who lays it up and in. Keyshawn Bruton lays it up and in, and they lead 5-0. Going to see Broadway, their leading scorer for St. Pete, come in very quickly. Not playing around. Loose ball again, second consecutive turnover. Here comes Miles. Miles stripped of the ball by Hammonds. High arcing ball, runs down by Perry. Perry with some contact against Bruton. Puts it up. No, it's loose and recovered by Bruton for Chipola. Here they come. Williamson dribbles, drives, gets it up. Contact, no. Tap back, recovered by Perry. Here comes St. Petersburg, trailing by 5. 18.5-minute mark inside to Jones. Blocked by Kennedy, 10th block of the tournament. He had 9, one off the all-time record for a single game by Lee Scruggs, who played at Daytona, went on to play at Georgetown. Inside, Kennedy didn't get that one, but it didn't go in. It's tipped around. Loose, grabbed by Perry. Perry will load up the three on the way. That's off. Rebound, Kennedy. He had 16 the other night. And he's off to a great start in this one. 16 rebounds, 14 points, and 9 blocks. And you will see lots of substitutions from St. Petersburg. Chipola only played 7 players, and really 6 played a lot. Miles with the floater. Good. And in the first 2:20 of the game, it's a 7-0 run by Chipola. Timeout, St. Pete. We'll be right back. Seven nothing Chipola. Off to a fantastic start. Number 5, Bartley. Number 34, Jefferson. And 30, Goulburn in for St. Pete already. Miller and knocked that about. So you actually have Bartley, Jefferson, Goulburn, Broadway, and Miller. The only starter out there is Miller. So the quick hook. So, yeah, it was 95-68 the first time they met, 62-39 after halftime. So 69-39 since the opening half of the first matchup, as Titans get none on that one. Rebound by Kennedy. 2 rebounds, 1 block unofficially already. Here's Bruton. He was hit. No call. Rebound Broadway. Here comes St. Pete. St. Pete has had some major rallies in this tournament. Saw him rally from nearly 20 down in 15 against CF. Also rallying against Pensacola in 14. So even against Eastern Florida in 15, they had a big rally as Jefferson buries the 3. They weren't able to win that game, but they wound up forcing overtime. It was one of the best games of the tournament since it moved to Ocala in 14. There's Williamson. Good. DJ Williamson. The big thing will be how Chipola holds up against the waves and waves of players that come in for St. Pete. Didn't matter the other night against Eastern. And the foul is going to be on Mahan away from the ball at the 16-minute mark. 6 o'clock, women's action. Gulf Coast takes on Florida Southwestern. And then at 8 o'clock, the nightcap, Tallahassee versus high-scoring Eastern Florida State. Off the inbound, Broadway converts. Nice pass from Bartley, and it's 9-5 in favor of the Indians. Miles drives, gets in, no look, taken away by Broadway. Here come the Titans in a hurry. Bartley against Williamson, drives, baseline, gets around, 3-pointer in the corner on the way, high arcing shot off by Jefferson. Rebound Williamson for Chipola. Chipola's C.J. Williamson has the ball knocked loose by Broadway, picked up, and a shoulder block, and Williamson's called for the foul. Verston Williamson out of Evans High School, or the Metro Conference, Greater Orlando area. Includes the likes of Apopka, Oak Ridge, Colonial. It's actually grown. Boone High School, those type teams. Dr. Phillips, forgot about them. How can you forget about the doctor? The 8A state football champions in Florida. Blocked out of bounds by Kennedy. Block number 2, number 11 of the tournament. Now he still has to go a little ways to catch Scruggs because Scruggs had an 8-block game and a 10-block game. And I believe he blocked 25 shots in the tournament. I have to double check that. Lee Scruggs. I believe he was about 7 foot tall, if I recall. Played for Daytona when they were known as the Scots. And did he get a piece of that one? I don't know. It was short. Unofficial. We won't call that a block, but definitely an obstructed shot. Mahan with the 3, no good. Rebound by Bartley for the Titans. Here comes Bartley, all kind of contact. And a block. Going to be on Bruton. Chipola held Eastern to 7 of 34 from the floor, which was 20% in the second half on Wednesday. Missing the easy one is Goulburn. Rebound by Mahan. 3-pointer by Bruton. Up in the air and good. High arching shot over Miller, and it's 12-5 in favor of Chipola. They haven't been to the tournament since 14. They were in the finals back in 14. They're trying to get there once again. Driving in, missing is Jefferson, tipped out of bounds, and it stays with the Titans. Melvin in, Miller out. Thing is, St. Petersburg will play hard the entire game. Got to match their intensity for 40 minutes. We've seen them play many times here in Ocala over the years. Jefferson misses, rebound Williamson. As we go under 14, Williamson brings it back in a hurry. He finds good pass, good ball movement. Bruton puts it up in the air and in. Bruton was 7. He only scored 4. He was 1 of 9 on Wednesday night, but he's came out hot today. Here's Jefferson driving, contact, falling backwards, puts it up and in. Gary Jefferson with 5. He's passed his mark from Wednesday. He only scored 3 in round 1. Titans shot 51% on the floor, 75% from the line in the opening round. Inside, Kennedy got free from Goulburn, and Shamarcus Kennedy scores. The wrong score up there by far. Shot is off. The score is 17-7, not 16-15. It's up there on the main scoreboard. They're fixing it. 3-pointer by Williamson is off. Tip by Mahan. No. Mahan with the offensive rebound. Good. And what are they calling here? So a technical foul whistled against Mahan. So 18-7 our score officially. Jefferson hits the tee. Didn't quite see what that was for. One for 2 on that trip. Jefferson's got 6 of the 8. I don't know if they had scoreboard issue, but that clock was like, the score was like doing something odd. It was 16-15. I'm like, wow. So I don't know. 08 usually doesn't show up. 18-8 our score. It happens. Back to live action. Hammonds to Melvin. And stolen by Williamson. Williamson back the other way with the jam. And fouled by Melvin. Williamson hammers it down. Referees letting them know, hey, you know, don't like, I guess they're upset with some taunting they feel is going on. So 20-8. So going back to the second half of the first game between these two teams, Chipola's outscored St. Pete 82-47. Heard a fan say, the game is not about you, ref. So we'll see how it goes. That is true. 0 for 1 by Williamson. Ball tapped back and recovered by Perry. Perry 1 against 3. He's going to have to wait for help. They cut him off. He's trapped. He's got to get rid of it. Yes, Jefferson. Broadway gets in. Underhanded shot. How he got that off, I don't know. He gets his own miss, puts it up, and he'll get 2 free throws. Wow. So 20-8. Chipola. Broadway to the line. 2 on Williamson. Broadway, the leading scorer, does not start for the Titans. He had 19 off the bench, 7 rebounds in 31 minutes. Titans 1 for 3 at the line. And shot clock even. Then reset. Free throw on the way is good. So Broadway and Jefferson, Broadway with 3, Jefferson with 6, the only players to score for St. Pete. It's 20-9 in favor of Chipola. Could we have an all-Panhandle Conference final on the men's side? Have a lot of them on the women's side, obviously, as Miles buries it. It's 23-9. Chipola. Miles with his second 3. He's got 8 points. Chipola dominating here early. Block number 3 by Kennedy on the shot by Hammonds. Shot clock set back to 21. Last time there was a Panhandle, all Panhandle final was in 16, Northwest versus Tallahassee. And since 2010, there have been 3. The last all Panhandle final Chipola was involved in took place in 2011. They lost 61-52 against Tallahassee. Chipola, their last championship obviously was in 14. That was a 79-73 win over St. Petersburg, as they are checking information. As Jeopardy plays. How much will you risk? Might as well risk it all at this point. These two teams are, in terms of their seasons. So the refs huddle. But anyway, the winner's going to play Northwest Florida State. The Raiders routed Eastern Florida State. We were talking, going to be tough for Florida Southwestern. 29-2 record. You got to look at their strength of schedule. That's one thing you got to look at. And they were routed in the semis. The only time since the at-large bids were added back in 13, the only times the team lost in the semis from this region and made it to the national tournament, both times it was Northwest Florida State, 13 and 17 that occurred. So whatever they were looking to fix is all set up. 23-9 in favor of Chipola. Titans inbound. Under 12 to go. First half. Perry, Hammonds. Here's Melvin, inside. Miller back out to Hammonds. Hammonds is going to be called for traveling. Chipola leading scorers so far. Miles with 8, Bruton with 7, and Williamson with 4. Kennedy with 3 blocks. Remember, he had 9. Just missed the triple-double. 3-pointer by Miles is off. Rebound by Hammonds. Hammonds pushing back the other way. Loses the ball. Picked up by Miller. Miller. 3-pointer by Jefferson. Good. Gary Jefferson, his second 3. He's got 9 of his team's 12. And it's an 11-point lead for Chipola as we wind towards 11 minutes left in the first half. Miles gets free. Bounce pass inside. Kennedy off the window. Draws a foul. But he will go to the line and get 2. Jefferson whistled for the foul. First and the second against St. Petersburg. And Kennedy puts it in. Two for 2 for Kennedy. He's got 4 points, 3 blocks, 2 rebounds, and it's back to 13 for Chipola. Miller in the corner. Here's Perry. Melvin, jumper over Miles, rattles out, rebound by Kennedy. Patton, who had 18 off the bench Wednesday. Ooh, and a foul called on Melvin. Two on Melvin, 3 on the Titans. Number 0, TJ Howard is checked in for Chipola as well. Patton makes the free throw. Two for 2 for Patton. Indians 4-4 at the line. They lead by 15, 10.5 to go before halftime. Second semifinal. Winner gets Northwest Florida State tomorrow at 5:30 Eastern Time. Knocked out of bounds. Stays with St. Pete. Goldburn going to check in, and he will replace Miller. In the first round, quarterfinal game against Indian River, St. Pete had 5 players in double figures and shot 51%. Tonight they've had 2 players score so far. A 3-pointer by Perry, aloft, rims out. Kennedy with the rebound. That's 4 rebounds for Kennedy. 4, and 3 blocks. 4 points, 4 rebounds, 3 blocks for Kennedy. There was a defensive player of the tournament so far, he would definitely be it. 3-pointer, no good. Kennedy with another rebound, threw it away though. And Howard is decked, and he fouls the Titans. First on Howard. 6th foul on the Indians at exactly the midway point. Walking it across. Hammonds. Jefferson. Cut off. Goldburn. Jefferson. Baseline jumper. Floats. Rims out. Rebound. Grab. Up and in by Broadway. He's got 5. Broadway and Jefferson still the only 2 to score. Jefferson has the other 9 for St. Petersburg. It's a 13-point lead for the Indians. Here's Patton. Patton, all kind of contact and a block. Ooh. That's on Broadway. There's the guy with the mop. He's getting after it. Let him know. I said, hey, you're doing a great job down there mopping up the floor. And he went, ugh. Didn't have much to say. I said, we can clone you down there. Didn't really comment either way. But if you watch the last game, it was like slip and slide late in the ball game. Then on the other end, and the refs will go over and check something else. The clock at 9:28. So the clock having some issue with the clock. We're glad we can help with our replay up here. You're welcome to everyone. All right, 27-14 Indians. Here comes Bruton. Three-pointer on the way for Howard is off. Rebound Perry for St. Petersburg. Broadway. Oh, I thought he was going to pull it. He pulls it now. Off. Rebound by Bruton. Not really the shot you'd want, but he is their leading scorer. But Chipola all over them defensively. Miles gets free. Nice pass by Howard. Unable to finish. Titans did hustle over and make that a lot tougher than it looked. And Howard calls. Coach Campbell lets him know what he wants. There's a screen for Miles. Howard gets in. Blocked by Goulburn. Nice job by Goulburn for St. Petersburg. Here's Broadway. Broadway leaves it. Perry gets in. Pull up. Kennedy almost got it. And Perry puts it down. It's a 13-point lead. Chipola on top. At the 8.5-minute mark, 8:29 officially. We're going to take a break and be right back. Timeout Chipola, 27-16 the score. Be right back. Point lead for the Indians. 27-16. Patton stripped of the ball by Perry. Here come the Titans. Jefferson in rhythm. Shot off. Rebound. Williamson for Chipola. But it's only an 11-point lead. It seems like it's more, but the Titans not going away. They take it away again. Here comes St. Pete. Bartley waits for help. He's joined by Hammonds, Perry, Miller, and Jefferson. Williamson, Kennedy, Bruton, Patton, and Howard for Chipola. Under 8 to go. 15 on the shot clock. Here comes Hammonds. He drives. Jumper. They came out late on him, and he rims off. A rebound, Kennedy. That's 6 rebounds for Kennedy. By our count up here in the box. Great place to watch a game up here in the box at the College of Central Florida. Good position by Kennedy. Got free from Miller, and he puts it up and in. 6 points, 6 rebounds, 3 blocks for Kennedy. 13-point leads for the Indians. Remember year one, we were down there on the floor, and if I had $1 for every time somebody tapped me on the shoulder for something, as Bartley goes in for the layup, every time somebody tapped me on the shoulder down there year one back in 14, I'd have been a millionaire 3 times over. So much nicer broadcasting from up here. 11-point lead for the Indians. Howard against Bartley. Bruton. What's up? Off the window. Nope. Tap. Recovered by the Titans. Here comes Hammonds. They can close within get it under 10. They lose it. Recovered by Howard. Here comes Chipola back the other way. Oh, off the foot. Perry, Bartley drives against Bruton. Leaves it for Hammonds. 2 against 1. They don't convert. Williamson with the rebound for Chipola. That is frustrating. 20, Sidney Alcina is going to make his first appearance for St. Pete. Number 10, Mike Stone, also on the Chipola side, is going to make his first appearance tonight. Or this afternoon. Kennedy getting great position against Miller. That's a mismatch right now. They're taking total advantage of it. Kennedy with 8, 31-18. Kennedy against a lot of players is a mismatch. He's a dominant force. Comes out on Bartley. 3-pointer by Perry. It's good. Perry with 5, 31-21. 5:37 to go in the opening half. Oh, Patton bringing it into the front court. Williamson. Nice effort. Puts it up. Rims out. Rebound Jefferson for the Titans. Long pass. Here's Perry. Catches. Back. Ooh, fumble. Recover. Bartley, and they'll reset. Jefferson wanted it. He gets it against Howard. Foul line jumper. Glenn Miller rolls off. Rebound. And 2 Chipola players bobble it out of bounds. Titan ball. Alcina, Broadway, and Jones enter for St. Pete. Perry and Hammonds on the floor. Chipola's going to have Stone, Williamson, Patton, Howard, and the young man is being blocked for me. That's Bruton. 3-pointer by Perry is good. He can hit that. Perry in round 1 scored 14. He had a couple threes. He's got 2 threes today. He's got 8 points, and it's down to 7. It just feels like St. Pete creeping back. Big Mike Stone inside. Boom. Oh, gets his own miss. No, it's tipped out of bounds to the Titans. The Titans are going to fight you the whole game. I'm sure Chipola's well aware of that. Mahan in, Bruton out. But you don't win on style points. And Chipola is going to put, Chipola and St. Pete both play very hard. And St. Pete, they never quit. We talked about earlier, they've had some monumental comebacks in this tournament. Even the host, College of Central Florida, back in 15. Nearly 20-point deficit in the first half. They came back and won going away over the host Patriots. 3-pointer. Hammonds, it tapped up and in by Alcina. That's his first action of the tournament, and it pays off. He tips it in. It's a 5-point lead. And stolen. Got a chance to make it even closer. Perry takes it all the way. Layup, no, tap by. Oh, they're saying he was in the basket. Interference. Oh. Well, they said Alcina got up there. Miles back in. But the momentum has definitely shifted to St. Petersburg College. Be interesting to see how, if fatigue possibly sets in as this game goes along further for Chipola. They don't have a lot of players. And that's short and tapped to Jones. And St. Pete runs at players at you in waves. So you never know what's going to happen. Broadway, wow, he took it in there and draws the foul. And he'll go to the line. So 3:33 to the half. And Broadway to the line. He's got 5. He's 1 of 2. Miles for the foul. But once again, St. Pete gets off to that slow start, but it doesn't matter. They keep battling back. That actually, the Indian River game, that was a little different. They did get off to a good start in that one, but so many times over the years, they've kind of started slow. Opponent got up a double-digit lead. Next thing you know, they're right back in it, and you didn't even notice. 3-pointer by Mahan on the way is good. Brandon Mahan with 5. That is the 4th 3 of the game for Chipola. And they needed that one. And Hammonds against Stone, blows by him. Hammonds throws it up, and a foul, most likely on Miles. Yep. 3:01 to go before halftime. All right, Hammonds hit the his first point of the game. Now he scored 20 in round one. The high score for St. Petersburg. 2 for 2 on that trip. 34-30. So it's going to be a battle. And we knew it would be with the Titans involved. They always play tough. Kennedy, about 3 Titans converge on him. He draws the foul. Second on Broadway, and Kennedy to the line. 8 points, 6 rebounds, 3 blocks for Shamarcus Kennedy. He is 2 of 2 at the line so far. And good. Bartley and Broadway will leave with the 2 fouls. Like we talked about the other night, very seldom the St. Pete get any foul trouble because they play so many guys, and Coach Crumbly does such a fantastic job with his substitution patterns. And they play, they come at you in waves. 10, 11 players will see action. 10 for Kennedy's, 4 of 4 at the line. 36-30 Chipola, 2:48 to go before halftime here in Ocala. Second semifinal. Region 8 men's basketball tournament. Bartley. 3-pointer by Perry. Puts it up and in. Jalen Perry with 11. That's his third 3. And wow, just like that, it's 36-33, 2:25. And like we said, it's become St. Petersburg home away from home in March. Patriot Gym. They've made it every year since we've come to Ocala. Made the finals twice, won it last year. And inside layup is good by Miles. Nice pass from Williamson. Miles with 10, 38-33 Chipola as we wind down towards 2 minutes left before halftime. And up in the air, no good. Rebound, grab by Jones. 3-pointer by Perry. Oh, I thought he had another one going. Kennedy rebound. 7 rebounds. Here's Williamson in the corner, throws it to Howard for 3. On the way, it's good. Three-pointer by Bartley on the way is off. And over to the Chipola Indians. 1 minute exactly remaining. Before halftime, Jefferson back in. Bartley out. Titans got it down to 3. Been down double digits for quite a bit of the half. Loose ball. Kennedy puts it up short. Rebound by Hammonds. 3-pointer up and off by Alcina. Rebound Williamson. Three-pointer by Mahan. Boom. After seeing the Titans get to within 3, the Indians have pushed it back to 11. 8 points for Mahan. That's the 5th three of the half for Chipola. They lead 44-33. Shot clock is off. Out of 3. 2. Three-pointer by Perry is off. And that's going to do it for the half. Titans got it down to 3, but Chipola battles, and they lead 44-33. Now at halftime, we will have the Men's Hall of Fame inductions. We will turn it over here momentarily to CF Public Address Announcer Bob Paxton. We'll give you that. He will read their accomplishments and career highlights. There will be 2 members this year, and we'll turn it over right now to Bob Paxton. So.
Time for the Florida College System Activities Association Men's Basketball Hall of Fame inductions for 2018 for all the NCSAA officers and officials, athletic directors, current and past men's basketball coaches, and basketball Fame inductees. Time to make your way to the center court. NCSAA Executive Director County Warren, this year's inductees. Basketball chair Eric Morrow at center court, please. Please welcome CAA President Richmond, NCSAA Executive Director Kelly Warren, Region 8 Men's Director Petulia, and the Men's Basketball Chair Derek Worrell for our 2018 Men's Basketball Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Our first inductee this afternoon is Lavella Hunter, Hillsborough Community College. He was HCC's Male Athlete of the Year in 2005 and 06. He's an NJCAA All-American in that same year. All FCSAA, NJCAA All-Tournament, All-State, and first-team All-Conference selection. He's pretty good. He's HCC's all-time leader now in rebounding and block shots. After leaving HCC, he went on to join the Ohio State Buckeyes, where he helped lead them to a national championship runner-up appearance. And as a senior, he won an NIT championship. Leaving Ohio State, he joined the Atlanta Hawks, and he currently plays for CSK in Moscow. Derek Worrell is head coach at the Hillsborough Community College, will accept his induction on his behalf. Next inductee is Stanley Cromartie. He was a standout in the 1982-83 year for Manatee Junior College, which is now the State College of Florida. Like the Hall Lancers, he led them to back-to-back state tournament appearances and had a single-season record of 29 wins in a single season. That record still stands today. Cromartie, as he is known, was an all-conference and all-state selection. For his efforts, he was inducted into the State College of Florida Athletics Hall of Fame in 2015. Cromartie was the head coach at Seminole Community College for 7 years. They took both the men's and women's teams to state tournament appearances, also obtaining the Mid-Florida Conference Coach of the Year honors. Currently, he's the Director of Athletics at his alma mater, Edward Waters College in Jacksonville, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Stanley Cromartie. And congratulations one more time for 2018 Basketball Hall of Fame inductee.
All right, take a look at the first half stats. 44-33, the Indians on top of St. Petersburg College. Statistically, Kennedy, 10.7 rebounds, 3 blocks, and they hold St. Pete to 28% from the floor, 26 from beyond the arc. 20-5 bench points for St. Pete, and they're basically even on the boards. Leading scorer Perry for the Titans with 11, Miles and Kennedy with 10, and that's where we're at right now. 44-33 in favor of Chipola. Winner goes to the region championship game tomorrow, 5:30 Eastern here in Ocala. Chipola was up by as many as 15. Titans got it to 3, but a late run pushes it back to 11. Here's Hammond's jumper off. Rebound grab by Kennedy, who is joined by Miles, Bruton, Mahan, and Williamson. Hammonds, Perry, Broadway, Miller, and Melvin for St. Petersburg. Oh, and a shot to the face and a foul. Going to be whistled against Perry. You see Williamson, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. And again, Kennedy, 7 rebounds, 3 blocks. Remember, he had 9 blocks on Wednesday night. So Bruton will bring it up against Hammonds. And ball will stay with the Indians. 8 on the shot clock. Now we're going to have Williamson triggering in. Three, 2, 1. He gets off the shot short as the horn expires. That was Miles. Here comes Perry. Perry puts it up. No good. Rebound. Kennedy is 8th of the game at 16 in round 1. So Melvin picked up by Hammonds. Williamson didn't shoot. Thought he was going to pull the trigger. Inside, Kennedy recovers wide open, and Broadway came out late, and Miles puts it in. A.J. Miles with his 3rd 3. He's got 13. It's a 14-point lead. 1 point off their biggest of the afternoon. 3-pointer is no good. It's tapped around. Rebound pulled down by Bruton. Miles has the ball left for him. So Howard will check in. Bruton out. So we're going to see, does St. Petersburg have another rally in them? Or did they expend a ton of energy in that first half? Will we have an all-Panhandle Conference final? First time since 16. Broadway gets in, lays it in. Rayon Broadway with 9. It's a 12-point lead, 47-35, 17:48 remaining in regulation. Kennedy against Jones, spins, puts it up, no, tapped up in the air, recovered by no one yet, but Williamson gets it. Howard drives, puts it up, nope, Kennedy, rebound, and in. Kennedy with 12 points. His 9th rebound, and it's a 14-point lead for Chipola. 3-pointer on the way is good by Perry. It's 49-38. In favor of the Indians, Howard walks it across, gets the play from Campbell, Coach Campbell. Here's Williamson, overplay and a foul. And to be called on Melvin. Doesn't like the call at all. 2 fouls this half on St. Petersburg. Chipola yet to be whistled for an infraction. It's Kennedy. Miles fires it up, short. Rebound, loose, grabbed by Mahan for Chipola. Driving in, Williamson draws the foul, and he'll go to the line. First on Jones, and 3 quick ones racked up by the Titans. So Williamson had 5 rebounds, 4 assists in the first half, scored 4 points. Unable to add to his scoring total. Williamson. Here's Broadway, blocked, loose ball. Mahan pulls it down. Mahan all the way, layup, good. Brandon Mahan with 10. Point lead. Broadway gets Kennedy up in the air and draws the foul. First on Kennedy, and Broadway to the line. Free throw on the way is good. Nope, my mistake. Rattled off. It's a long 4 days. Broadway hits the second. He's got 10, and it's a 13-point lead for the Indians. Loose ball taken away by Broadway. Here come the Titans. In a hurry. Broadway, but he'll draw the foul. Titans trying to battle back. Chipola wants the travel. No call, and the foul is on Howard, his second. There's that man again down there mopping up the floor, getting after it. He's not the most loquacious guy, though. I said, hey, you're doing a great job down there. That's all I got back. So, okay. So, obviously, we'll not be giving any speeches anytime soon. Broadway 2 for 2 on that trip. He's got 12. 3 of 4 in the second half of the line. He's 6 of 8 for the game. 52-41. And they're going to say it's Chipola ball. Will we have the instant replay? Williamson will inbound. Howard to Williamson. Williamson, he goes in, fires it up, low and draws the foul. Kennedy with the dunk afterwards. And that will be on Melvin. That should be 3. Oh, 4th, my bad. Had that wrong on my stats, but Melvin with 4. So we're going to see Jefferson back in. Jefferson scored 9. Melvin yet to score. And in game 1, Melvin had 14. Williamson good. He's got 6. 53-41 in favor of Chipola. Two. 7 for Williamson, 3 this half. It's a 54-41 game. And a technical foul going to be whistled against St. Pete. So we'll see what this is about. Like a player said something that appeared from the St. Pete bench. Wasn't coaches. So this ought to get interesting. So technical foul on the bench. We're well aware of that. They give it to number 2, which is Melvin, is what I'm hearing as I'm eavesdropping on that. They are unable to hit that one. So they just call it bench, or they give it to number 2, which that would be Melvin. That would be 5. 54-41. So Titans with the ball back, trailing by 13. Said number 2 said something, and number 2 would be Melvin, but they just didn't give it to a specific player. All right, here's Broadway. Drives in, and Broadway draws the foul. They have opportunity for the three-point play. I remember reading those old school NBA box scores in the 80s. Detroit Pistons, when they get all those technical fouls, it'd say Piston trainer Aubenauer, technical foul. Assistant coach so-and-so, technical foul. You never saw a bench technical foul. Listen, Mike Aubenauer, I believe, was the name of the trainer for Detroit. I think he had 18 technical fouls one year. Got to be an NBA record. Broadway unable to convert. Alcina comes in and unable to go. It's tapped up. Broadway with another chance at it, and good. Here come the Titans again. They're back to 9. 16 for Broadway. 9 this half. Still a long way to go. And a turnover. Perry, here they come. St. Pete. Floater by Perry, and good. Dalen Perry with 16. Mahan fires a 3. That's short and rebounded by Bartley in the corner. Perry again for 3. That's long. Rebound by Howard. But it's a 7-point lead. Been as many as 16, and the Indians want to talk it over. Timeout, Chipola. 14-15 to go. We'll take a break. Be right back. .54-47. Broadway and Perry leading the charge for St. Pete. And they nearly take it away. Picked up by Howard. You see St. Chipola 7-3 in the tournament since 2010. The record up there. Howard leaves it for Kennedy, who jams it in. Marcus Kennedy, his 4th point of the half. He's got 14 now for the game. Here's Alcina. Perry thought about it. They came out on him that time. Alcina got a defender in the air. Perry, look at Kennedy out on him. Slings it to Broadway. Fires it up. That's short. Rebound pulled down by Bruton. He finds Mahan, who reverse layup. Good. No, Mahan scores in 4 straight for Chipola out of the timeout. And it's back to an 11-point lead. Perry catches Broadway and altered by Kennedy, but they say he's going to hit him on the arm. Two on Kennedy. Officially 9 rebounds, 3 blocks. Mahan's now scored 12. Miles has 13. Williamson with 7. Those are the top scores for the Indians. Broadway hits 1 of 2. 10 points after halftime, 17 for the game. And a clock issue. (13:02). And 28 on the shot clock, all fixed. It's tough. I give anybody a lot of credit for doing the clock. It's not an easy thing. Try doing it for, this is game number 10. Bruton fouled by Broadway as he tried to get the steal. 12:54 remaining. Three on Broadway, 15 foul. Here's Howard. Howard cut off. Loose ball and fouled. Jefferson. Two on Jefferson. 12:48 to play. Bruton rattles it in. He's got 8. And 2 for 2 for that trip for Bruton. And it's 60-48. Bartley, Jefferson, inside to Miller. He takes it up and in. First points of the game for Miller. He was in double figures with 10 in round 1. Still a lot of time to go. Chipola trying to shake this St. Pete squad. Kennedy against Miller. And traveling. No, a foul. Is that going to be Jefferson? That'll be 3. Number 0, so Miller. So that was, I thought we had a travel, but guess not. Kennedy knocks it in. He's got 15. Remember, Indians won 95-68 2 nights after Thanksgiving, the first meeting. Outscored St. Pete 62-39 in the second half. (16) for Kennedy. Miles in and Williamson out. So Panhandle Conference, represented already by Northwest Florida State, will have 2 members in the men's final. And off, and rebound tapped up in the air, and grip pulled down by Howard. He'll bring it around, across, under 12 minutes to play in regulation. Miles puts it up, Miller out late, air ball, rebound Jefferson. Jefferson bounce pass Broadway, kicks it out of bounds. And it will go over to Chipola, and we have a player down. Can't tell who that is. I don't want to speculate. Limping around, 0, that's Howard. He's up, he's okay. Oh, there he is, the guy mopping that up. Get after it. We'll take a timeout. Back to live action. Indians by 12, 11:38 to go. Here's Patton. Patton gets it across. And a timeout. And a technical foul on Broadway. Oh, well, I don't know about that one there. The timeout at Chipola. Going to be at 30. And a technical on St. Pete. Give Coach Crumbly a lot of credit. He hadn't gone off. He's not thrilled. Neither the Titan faithful. We'll take a break. Chipola by 12, 11:29 left. So Mann's going to go shoot the technical. So coach is meeting at center court. This discussion. This crew has not been on the spot as some of the other ones, I would have to say. I think most will agree. I heard a guy earlier yell from the crowd, "It's not about you, refs," but not saying anything bad, but that's just what we've heard. Some interesting stuff. You get to hear everything up here. So Mahan hits 2 for 2, 64-50, 11:29 to go. The refs have a tough job, especially at this level. The speed of the game is very, very impressive. And Kennedy decked by Jefferson. The only thing I don't like is when referees talk to players back. I just don't know. There's a guy, I mean, I've seen tons and tons of state tournament games at the high school level, and always those games where you get people talking back. Yeah. So, just an observation as Kennedy misses the free throw. Free throw on the way by Kennedy off. A rebound by Bartley. It's a 14-point lead for Chipola. Can the Titans battle back? Oh, almost taken away. It is this time by Miles. Miles, they got his hands all over each other. Three-pointer on the way by Patton is off. Rebound by Hammonds. Hammonds, wow, nice dribbling exhibition. He's got Perry on the wing. He's going to take it himself against Miles. Rims out. Miller unable to follow, but he's fouled. No, Miles called for the foul. 4 on Miles. Now, it's interesting. Let's see. The Titans can chip away. If they can get the fouls to rack up on Chipola, it could be tough because, remember, the Indians don't have a great deal of depth. 8 players eligible today. Had 7 the other night. So, therefore, depth could be a problem. Melvin in. Remember, he has 4 fouls for St. Pete. Going to replace Jefferson. Miller with has 4. All after halftime. Chipola. It's free. Here, Mahan gets in. Put it up. Odd-looking shot. They get it back. Intercepted by Melvin. Melvin gets it to Bartley. Bartley lays it up and in. Bartley with 4, 64-54. Down to 10. Chipola's been up by as many as 16 in this contest. Williamson finishes. E.J. Williamson with 9, 5 in the second half. First field goal for Williamson of the second half. It's a 12-point lead for the Indians. Bartley over to Melvin, joined by Perry, Hammonds, and Miller. Kennedy, Mahan, Bruton, Poughton, and Williamson for Chipola. Nice pass by Bartley to Miller. Lays it up and in. Timeout, Titans. Back to 10, 9:51 to go. We'll be back. Too much fun up here in the box. The timeout. Kennedy with the stuff. 18 for Kennedy. It's a 12-point lead. 68-56. In favor of Chipola as we near the 9.5-minute mark. Parrott puts it up, and slapping him on the arm was Bruton. So 2 shots for Perry. Second on Bruton. So Perry to the line. He has scored 16 in the ball game. Next game, the women take over. 6 o'clock Eastern Time. Gulf Coast State will face Florida Southwestern. It'll be the first meeting of the season between the two. And at 8 o'clock, Tallahassee, Eastern Florida for the final spot in the championship round. 2 for 2 for Perry. I think the high-scoring Eastern Florida State team is going to find the going a lot tougher against Tallahassee. There was not a lot of defense played in that Miami-Dade game yesterday. It's going to be, if you watch the first 5 minutes of the TCC Daytona women's game, the defensive effort, you could just tell that Daytona was not going to be able to hang. As Bruton buries the 3, he's got 12. They were up in their face. Even though Daytona got a couple of wild 3s to fall, you could just tell it was going to be a long night, and it did. It became a long, long night for the Falcons as they lost by 25. So I like Tallahassee in that one. And miss on the reverse layup. Tip. Mahan with the ball. And Hammonds takes it away for St. Pete. Hammonds, pull-up jumper. Nope. Rebound, Williamson. He got popped in the face with the ball. It looked like under his chin, it looked like. But he recovered. Titans need to come up with something quick. They're starting to run out of time. And, out of bounds. Poor cameraman almost caught it. That gentleman's done a nice job taking pictures of the tournament throughout. And timeout, Indians. 8:16 left. We'll be right back. (71-58) Indians by 13. 8:10 to go in regulation. Chipola's led by as many as 16. They've led from the start. They got out to a 7-0 lead. Perry missed it. Rebound Mahan for Chipola. Under 8 to go. Starting to slip away a bit for the Titans. See if they got one big run left in them. But it's not looking good. Howard for 3. Nope. Rebound Broadway for St. Pete. Jefferson gets in. Finds Broadway. Broadway's been the offense. Blocked by Kennedy. His 4th. Rebound the other way. Mahan. Wow. Gets it up and in. Thing about Kennedy, he's not putting it in the 3rd row. He's blocking it and recovering it. And they're getting a break opportunity out of it. Some will swat it into the crowd and doesn't really do as good because the team maintains possession. But Kenny blocked it, recovered it, got it out ahead. And they're going to the monitor. Fouls on Perry. As they will review. The theme from the Munsters played. Good old Fred Gwynn and Al Grandpa Lewis. I think I saw him earlier today. So 13-point lead. Winner will get Northwest Florida State tomorrow at 5:30. It'll be Eastern time, 4:30 Central. Up next, Gulf Coast will take on Florida Southwestern. Checking to see if that was an intentional foul. As they see if it is an intentional foul. Obviously, you have to make a play on the ball. So we're glad we could provide that service for the officials. As we go into our second song of the delay, Blur track 3. So our next game is scheduled to start at 6 o'clock. It is 4:40 Eastern time. By the time this delay ends, who knows what time it'll be. But 6 o'clock, here definitely is the tip time. 8 o'clock will be Tallahassee and Eastern Florida. And let's see what the verdict is. We call them to arms. Everybody comes. Common foul. All right. So they rule Perry was making a play on the ball. Common foul called. And Mahan will go line. Good. Mahan has 15. 72-58. 7:29 remaining in regulation. 16 for Mahan. Chipola by 15. That's one off their largest lead of the contest. Broadway. Oh, there was some contact there. Miss. Oh, he gets the bounce. And timeout. 19 for Broadway, 12 in the second half. We'll be back. 73-60 in favor of Chipola. The Indians will take over, leading by 13. Here's Mahan, guarded by Alcina. And they missed the alley-oop. It's picked up by Bartley. Here come the Titans. They trying to get back into it. Bartley throws it up. No good. Gets his own miss. Puts it up again. No. Miller, no. And they're going to get Kennedy. 2 shots for Miller. Oh, he might have blocked that one. Foul before the shot. 3 on Kennedy. And Goldburn will go to the line. It looked like Miller, but it was Goldburn who was fouled. It was before the shot, so really Miller didn't really factor into the play in anyway. In terms of the foul. Shot is off. Titans need everything they can get at this point as they trail by 13. 6.5 to go. 1 of 2 for Goldburn. His first point of the game. 73-61. Kennedy gets in deep, and Goldburn is called for the foul. Good job by Kennedy. He got in there really, really deep. And Kennedy to the line. Kennedy makes it a 14-point lead. He has scored 19 unofficially. 14-point edge. Perry loads up the 3. Rims out. Williamson grabs the rebound. He's had a nice game. He hasn't scored a whole lot. He's got 9, but he's done a great job rebounding and handling the ball. Not sure his assist and rebound totals officially, but he could be close to a triple-double as well. Mahan takes his defender off the dribble and scores. He's got 10 of his 18 after halftime. It's a 16-point lead. Ties the biggest lead they've had in the ball game. 77-61. Shot is off. Rebound. Up. No. Another miss. And partly unable to get it. And a foul going to be called. They say so Chipola ball, 77-61. They're scoring the basket. They're going to count the basket. I believe you give that to Goldburn, so that'll make it a 14-point lead. Thought I heard him at first say score the basket, and then that is officially what occurred. So it's a 14-point lead. Here's Mahan. That was too easy. He gets in and draws the foul. Mahan scored 18 in the ball game, 10 in the second half. Broadway and Melvin going to come in, but time is about to run out on the Titans. And Mahan rattles it in. So we are 4:55 from being assured of a new Region 8 men's champion. Barring a major comeback of 15 and 4:55. Almost saw, I tell you, Palm Beach was down 9 with 51 seconds and nearly sent it to overtime. So anything can happen. And 6 for 6 at the line in the second half for Mahan. He's got 20 in the ball game. It's a 16-point lead for Chipola. Indians have never trailed, led 7-0. Been in double-figure lead for a good portion of the game. Perry shot no good. Jones throws it back out. Bartley, top of the key, 3 on the way, is off. Rebound, Kennedy. He's got a double-double in this one. They didn't really challenge him much driving in. Alley-oop to, oh, nope, looks like a lob. I saw Kennedy over there. They might be chucking it into him. Very effective. Here's Williamson off the dribble, takes Broadway and lays it in. Williamson with 11. It's an 18-point lead. And that won't count as a block. And that foul, he said 0, so it's on Howard. Third on Howard. Again, the referee explaining to the player what he did wrong, which is good. Normally, though, they don't talk that much to players. I've seen that a lot in this game. I've noticed that in some of the others. I've not noticed that. Like I said, a lot of that in this one. 2 schools of thought on that, I'm sure, is Bartley. It's 1 of 2. He's got 5, 81-64. Under 4 minutes to go. Here they come to get him. Man fumbled it. They wanted to travel. They got him trapped, and a foul against Bartley. I guess, is that what we have? Oh, that's going to be Melvin, not Bartley. So Melvin's disqualified. Did not score tonight after scoring 14 in round 1. Lot 5 was the culprit on the foul. 3:48 to go. Chipola is going to play Northwest Florida State. The Raiders won 2 of 3, but Chipola won the last one. So that ought to be a tremendous contest. We'll check the record book and see the last time those 2 teams faced off in the championship game. You have to go back to 2008, the last time Chipola and Northwest faced each other in a championship game. Now the book says 78-89. They have Okaloosa Walton with 78, Chipola with 89, but they got them reversed. Let's make sure that's the correct winner so we tell you the right thing. Should be easy to figure out. Was Chipola winning? They had Okaloosa Walton 78, Chipola 89. Just reverse, so Chipola was the winner. We wanted to check that out, make sure that was the right score. So Chipola and Northwest will meet in the finals for the first time since 08. Chipola will try to win its first title since 14. And the Raiders, Northwest Florida, back in the finals, third time in 4 years. And they're back after a year absence. Try to win their third championship in 4 years. Raiders have won 4 times since 2010. Easily the most in the state during that streak. This game is starting to really break down. It's a 23-point lead for Chipola. First time they played, it was a 95-68, so 27-point lead. So it's stretching out towards that again. Three-pointer by Broadway is off. A rebound by Miles. And Chipola will bring it up, leading by 23. So St. Pete unable to get the job done tonight, but gave it a great effort as always, just unable to pull this one out. Got off to a really, really rough start. Down 16 in the first half. Got it down to 3. But second half it's been all Chipola. It was an 11-point halftime edge, actually, 44-33. So 2:45 to go. Here's Alcina. Reverse loop, hit the rim, picked up by Bruton. Here come the Indians. Miles, behind the back. Layup and in by Bruton. By Williamson. Great pass by Williamson. C.J. Williamson. He might have be right at a triple-double. He does have 9 points, but he had 5 rebounds, 5 assists in the first half. Might be close to that. Miles with the rebound off the missed 3. 2:15 to go. Chipola has turned this one into a rout. Even with all the, they don't have a lot of depth. They've made it work. St. Pete threw everything they could at them, just unable to get the job done. Three-pointer is off. Rebound by Perry. Perry back the other way, floater in the lane. Back iron, no. Tapped up in the air, no. Rebound by Howard for Chipola. Outlet pass. Here comes Kennedy with a, wow. Looked like Dominique Wilkins with the windmill jam. And that's the same margin, 27, that they won by the first time they played in Ocala 2 days after Thanksgiving. Three-pointer by Broadway is good. Look good on the stats. 22 for Broadway. Kennedy puts one down emphatically. Williamson is fouled with minute 12. So Chipola is going to clear the bench. There are 2 subs who hadn't played much. About to come in. I thought I was kind of shielded from it. And I saw somebody else coming down. It was the trainer. I was like, who's that checking in? I did not see him as a player. And 10 points now for Williamson. So we'll try to figure out what his rebound assist total, see if he has a triple-double. Kennedy missed a triple-double the other night by 1 block. 92-67. So we'll be back at 6 o'clock with the women's semifinals. Gulf Coast State will take on Florida Southwestern, followed by Tallahassee and Eastern Florida. And as we wait for no apparent reason, $11 for Williamson, 93-67. So Raiders Indians, Chapter 4 tomorrow. First time since 2008 these two teams will play each other in the championship game. Long three is good by Perry. Perry has 21. Too little, too late, though. 93-70. Indians running some clock. Bruton. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound by Big Mike Stone. Missed it. And the Titans rebound. 7 seconds between the game clock and shot clock, in case you're interested. And Bruton fouls Miller. 27.9 seconds left. Third on Bruton. Even our guy down there, he's walking a little slower. Game 10, he's not getting after it like he did night number 1. Miller with 7, all in the second half. So we will have a new state champion in Florida this year. St. Pete's going to go down to Chipola. Indians in the finals first time since 14. First matchup with the Raiders in the championship game of Northwestern Florida State since 08. So Chipola is going to pick up a 93-72 win. That's their 6th win in a row. They're the hottest team right now, arguably, in this tournament. Remember, they beat Northwest the last meeting in the regular season. And 93 for Chipola, 72 for St. Pete. That'll do it for our broadcast of the men's semifinals. We thank you for watching. We have you back tomorrow, 5:30, for the men's championship game. That's 5:30 Eastern Time. I'm Richard Burton. Thank you for watching the men's Region 8 semifinals. We'll be back with the women's semis at 6. Thank you.